Talk about 13 life hacks that are going to instantly lower your stress. Portion of today's video is sponsored by Craftsy. Today I wanted to share a few things that have helped me decompress, de-stress, and just make life feel a little bit more fun and exciting. Today I'm going to be talking about 13 little life hacks that are going to reduce stress without adding a ton more things to your plate, because nobody needs that. So number one, I'm going to say this if you hear me talk about time management, and that is to do a brain dump. And this does not have to be anything over the top, elaborate. If you go on Pinterest and you search brain dumps, you're going to find a ton of different things that are, include multiple sticky notes and colored highlighters and a whole system. And you don't need that. You can just grab a notebook from, the back to school supplies, 75 cents right now at Walmart. And I just make a list of everything that's on my mind. And it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be pretty. No one else is going to see this, but it's just downloading your brain onto a sheet of paper. So grab a notebook. You can use the Notes app on your phone and write down everything on your mind, your chores, appointments, random things, recipes that you want to try, conversations that you need to have with people, things that you've been meaning to buy at the grocery store, errands that you need to run, prescriptions you need to get refilled, all of those things, and just get it on that piece of paper. Batch it all together of what needs to be done each day and what kind of fits in the same category. Next, find some sort of creative outlet to reduce stress. I've been redoing my dollhouse from childhood. My dad built me a dollhouse and I never really did anything to it. And now I am painting it, putting a roof on it, doing all the things that my daughter can play with it. Really, it's so I can play with it, but my daughter can play with it too if she wants. But finding some sort of creative thing that you enjoy. And a great way to do this is with a program like Craftsy. Craftsy is your online resource for all things creative. Craftsy is actually sponsoring today's video. I've been doing Craftsy classes with my kids lately, and it's a great way to bond. It's a lot of fun, and we're really using that creativity to funnel some otherwise wild energy. We recently did the Flip Out Learn to Animate with Amy Perkle, and my 12-year-old was obsessed. He loves to draw, he loves to doodle, and this is a great way to turn those doodles into something that he could see in action. He got to create his own little animation project, and that really sparked his creativity. We tried Made for Wild with Miller Wilson, and it was so much fun. We learned how we could survive in the wilderness if we had to, and hopefully we won't. They learned how to build a fire, read a compass, and even basic wilderness survival skills. Honestly, I learned a few things too. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Craftsy has over 2,000 classes, journaling, drawing, woodworking, baking, even wilderness survival. They're led by amazing instructors who provide clear paths to creativity, and they're always adding new things. You can connect with other makers and swap ideas. And right now, the first 1,000 of you to sign up will get Craftsy Premium for $1.49 for a full year. This is for new members only, so don't wait. Get creative with your kids, make some memories, build something awesome together. Next tip is to set a 10-minute timer and do a quick tidy. Last week, my husband and I dumped all the laundry under our bed, and we just folded it while we had some conversations, and we zipped through it in no time flat. We had been traveling over the weekend, and so by Sunday night, our house just looked like a bomb had gone off in it, and it was nice to just sit down, take a deep breath, center, have a conversation, and get all those tiny little pairs of underwear folded. But this can be any area of your home. So setting a timer and working on getting your kitchen countertops clean, doing the dishes, getting the sheets off the bed and washing them. I think it works better when you focus on just one area, and then you can kind of break a room down from there. So I'm going to take 5 minutes and I'm going to make sure that all my countertops are cleared off and wiped down. And then when I get a chunk of time later, I'm going to unload and load the dishwasher. And then when I get a chunk of time later, I'm going to clean the floor. And that way, if I don't have time to completely clean the kitchen in one swoop, I can break it down in pockets of time. So it creates a calmer environment without having to do a full deep clean. Use the 2-minute rule. If something needs to be done and it takes 2 minutes and you have 2 minutes, go ahead and do it. And it can be like going and answering text messages that you've been putting off, putting things in your calendar, going through the mail, putting a basket of clothes away, unloading the top rack of the dishwasher, switching over the laundry, Sometimes it can be like walking out to the mailbox and getting your mail, because if you feel like you're overwhelmed, those little tasks feel like big tasks, and it's just kind of that jump to get started. Limit phone notifications. It feels like the phone is always blinking, blinging, ringing, dinging, popping up with some sort of notification. And we are but humble mammals, not meant to take in this much information all of the time. I'm not telling you to get rid of your smartphone. I'm not telling you to get rid of social media. I'm saying limit the notifications to what's actually important to you. I don't need notifications from the coffee ordering app or every single news outlet that I follow on Instagram or the Slack notifications. The freaking Slack notification. Or the 3 different apps I need for the activities my kids are in. Ooh, my mom survived with a wall calendar from the pharmacy. Why do we need so many apps for our kids' sports? And why do they all have to be a different app? That's a different video for a different day, but golly, it is too much. But turn off non-essential alerts. Really, I put on do not disturb a lot, and the only people that can get through are my oldest son, because he's the only one who can text me, my husband, and my mom. Everybody else, you can wait until the do not disturb is turned off. It's not an emergency if it's not those 3 people. It reduces interruptions and constant overstimulation, because our phones are meant to be a convenience for us, not a digital leash where we have to run and respond to everything right away. And I feel like the worst thing that has happened to society has been that Apple Watch. I don't have one. I mean, if you have one, great. But I have been in so many social situations where the watch goes off and the people go running to get their phone to respond or respond right away. And that's, unless it's an emergency, be in the moment. Don't be responding to every alert that comes your way. Next, create a morning routine. So I did a video on tips for creating a routine. If you want to go back and watch that, it came out last week. But just a simple, repeatable habit in the morning, things that you can do to start your day on the right foot, to start your day off calmly and get you set up for success. For me, it's a quick prayer, read a verse, write in my little journal, do my brain dumps, so do my skincare, try to drink some water. Before I leave my room in the morning, I have brushed my teeth, put on a bra, done my skincare and my sunscreen. So that way, if I never go back in my room to do anything, like I'm dressed and I've got some basic stuff done for the day, but I have some eye cream and some sunscreen and I'm good. I kind of touched on this when I talked about the brain dumping, but that is batching tasks. This saves me so much time and mental energy. I'm grouping my errands together. I know if I'm gonna make some returns, then I'm gonna have to do that at the UPS store, which is near where my daughter takes therapy. And I can go pick up photos that I want to be printed, and those are tasks that I can all batch together. And then I can also run to the library, because there's a library over there, and then the Aldi's on the way home. So those are all batched things. When I go to the gym, I also go to Aldi and the library, and that's when I take a kid to gymnastics, a kid to dance, because they're all in the same triangular area. It's going ahead and chopping all the fruits and vegetables for the week. Maybe it's prepping some outfits that we're gonna wear while I'm folding clothes, just going ahead and laying out outfits for the week. Or maybe it's, okay, I'm in the shower, when I get out of the shower, I'm gonna spray it down so that I can clean it later. It's just taking a habit, like I said, and attaching it to something else. I also have times when, like, you're in the zone of making phone calls and making appointments, just go ahead and get that knocked out for a couple months. You know, when you have a baby, you're pregnant with a baby, and you are at the doctor and they just go ahead and make a bunch of your appointments at one time. Think about doing that from now on. Like, when you take your kid to the doctor for their well child, go ahead and make the next one. You don't have to wait. And then it's done. In that same vein is my next tip, which is to prepare, pre-cut, pre-make as many meals as possible. So I'm turning on the oven and I'm gonna go ahead and make French toast sticks and muffins for the week, and then I can freeze them. I've got the waffle iron out. I can go ahead and make a couple extra, and then I can freeze them. I've got the cutting board out, I can pre-cut vegetables. I can portion out snacks. I can put little nuts in a bag and little dips in a container, and then my kids can grab them. They have healthy, high protein snacks. I can prevent these hangry moments and dinner time stress by having things chopped and ready to go. If I use an onion, I use half of it, I chop half of it to use, I freeze half of it, and then I have a quick meal, a quick thing to throw into a meal later. But it makes meal planning easier, it makes healthy eating easier, it makes snack time meltdowns disappear because it's done. Next tip is to practice box breathing. Do you know about box breathing? You breathe in for 4, you hold for 4, you breathe out for 4, you hold for 4. Let's do it together. Ready? That's it. Calms your brain, helps you focus. I do this a lot when I'm stressed out. I do it when I'm driving. My oldest son's like, uh-oh, what's going on? But it calms your nervous system and lowers your stress. I think we all need that right now. Simplify your wardrobe. I wear a lot of dresses for a reason. I feel like dresses are the biggest life hack that exists. I put them on and people say, oh, you look so cute, or oh, you always look so put together. And this is literally a t-shirt dress. It's like wearing a giant t-shirt. I have on a cute little pair of gladiator sandals and I look dressed up. I'm not. It's hot outside. This feels like I'm wearing pajamas. I have a go-to section of my wardrobe. I think, what am I going to be doing today? Am I going to be getting in and out of the car a lot? Okay, well, I'm going to want a pair of shorts to wear under my dress, or I'm going to want to wear a matching set. Or like I have to go to a meeting, and then I need to go to the gym, and then I need to take my kids to this place. What outfits are going to carry me through that day? And I just kind of have sections in my closet or in my drawers for that. But I also just keep things very simple so that I can throw outfits together. I'm not chasing trends. I'm chasing classic style and comfort. I basically dress like a kindergarten teacher from 1997. This creates a smoother morning. I saw Callie Bransford talk about this. I think she used to be But First Coffee, now she's the Practical Mom. And she talked about how she's not going to buy clothes that are going to require a lot of extra things. Like I line dry all of my clothes, but she doesn't line dry any of hers. And she's not going to buy anything that's dry clean only. It's all wash and wear. And so cultivating a wardrobe that provides sustainability for you is really important. Get outside every day. You may have heard the Gen Zers say, touch grass. Go outside and touch some grass. Go outside, even if it's a walk around your apartment complex, even if it's a walk down your driveway, even if it's just a little walk down the sidewalk and back. We have been walking from my daughter's therapy clinic to the library and then to the little park. It's really nice. We've been taking our bikes around a little bike path lately, but just doing our best to get outside every day. Last week, I pulled all the weeds off my back patio and made it a nice little sitting area, put down a rug, and just made a nice area for me and the kids to sit and chill. My husband and I ate breakfast out there today, but just getting outside, getting that good vitamin D, taking in breaths of fresh air, taking a load off. Even just 10 minutes a day. It's been scientifically proven to lower cortisol levels, lower stress. You can do it. So setting worry time. I know this sounds weird, but if you are a chronic worrier like I am, I try to not think about things, but just taking 10 minutes to think about like, what's the worst case scenario? Not even 10 minutes, it's 90 seconds. What's the worst thing that can happen in this situation? Can I get through that worst case? Well, that's not going to happen. So what do I actually need to be focusing on? And then I also created something that I call the zone of no decisions. And it is first thing in the morning, because we already got the prep out of the way. So we're not making decisions in the morning, but also after 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, no decisions are going to be made. We're going to bed early to prepare for the day. We're not making big life choices. We're not even making big afternoon choices. Nothing is happening in the zone of no decision. So no, prepping as much as we can the night before so that we're not having to make choices, but also setting up weekly meal plans, routines, schedules, grocery pickups, all of those things so that on Sunday night, it's not the Sunday scaries, the week is starting panic. Another thing that has really helped me is just one thing. So here's the simple question. What's one thing I can do now that's going to make tomorrow easier, or what's one thing I can do before I leave my house that's going to make coming home more pleasant. So it's just one thing. And it may be I'm going to clean off this part of the countertop so that if I come in with groceries, I have a place to put them. I'm going to swap the laundry over so that when I get home, everything is dried and I can throw something in the washing machine or just fold it. I'm going to pick up all the shoes so that when we walk in, we have a place for our shoes to go. We're not tripping over things. We are ready for the afternoon time. It's clearing the runway for what comes next. Okay, that's it. I would love to know what's something that you've done to de-stress your life, an easy, simple thing that has helped you. Leave me a comment below and tell me. Don't forget to check out Craftsy. If this video has been helpful, I would love for you to leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.